Good day, good day. Welcome back to 340 Caribbean Culture. Today's a nice day. It's not chilly. Yeah, we here in Florida, but sometimes you do have chilly days. But today is not one of those. It's a nice day, and we're about to make some spare ribs. Barbecue sticky spare ribs. I gotta clean them up, get rid of some of the fat that's on it, and we're gonna take it outside and we're gonna do some indirect cooking. I got rid of my smoker, so I only have my grill. So it's gonna be an indirect um, cooking, whereas the fire is not gonna be directly under the meat. So the grill itself is gonna work like a smoker. All right, we got here a whole slab of spare ribs. I'm gonna clean this up and get rid of some of the fat. We're not getting rid of all of it, but we're getting rid of a lot of it because we don't need it. Okay, we need some of the fat so that when it's cooking, it has some to keep it moist. So let's get cooking. Gonna take this bad boy, transfer this to my cutting board. First thing we can get rid of is this piece right here. This is usually the piece that I reserved for me as my cooking snack. Because this is gonna be the first thing that's actually gonna finish cook. All these little scraps. These little thin pieces, I'm gonna cut it down. I'm not getting rid of all of it, but I'm gonna cut it down. Square it up a little bit. Instead of cutting off the membrane, I'm gonna just go ahead and poke it. Most times I will get rid of it, but I'm not going low and slow. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna sit there and it's gonna render. It's not gonna completely disappear, but when I'm finished with it, it'll be edible. And just score it. If you want to take it off, you just stick a knife in the edge, like a little butter knife, and you take that bad boy, you kind of pry it up, and then you take a napkin and peel it off. The backside, I'm not so much gonna worry about because it's gonna everything that's on there I'm gonna use. Okay, I'm not giving it a perfect cleanup, but I'm actually just doing enough because the heat from the grill is gonna render most of that fat. I'm gonna take this bad boy and I'm gonna run it onto some cool water. I already washed it before, but it's not gonna hurt to give it a second little rinse. Piece of gristle. All right. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of seasoned salt. And then what I'm gonna do, I have this rub. It's a Texas rub. It was given to me. Well, that's good. But unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to use it. Wifey, it has a serious kick to it. But what I'm gonna do, the little pieces that I leave aside for me, that's what I'm gonna put it on. Going in with a little bit of black pepper. I usually just mix everything all up and just put it on. But just so that you can see what's going on there and how much, I'm gonna do it this way. You just covering the meat. That's all purpose. The one before that was black pepper. You want to cover the meat. I'm not even going in with a binder. I usually would put on a binder, or I might just go put it on the other side. You can use some oil, or you can use some mustard. I'm gonna let that set up for a second, transfer it to the sheet pan, and then we go from there. The side of the rib that you really want to concentrate on is the back side. This side here really is not a really meaty side, but the side with the meat, that's what you really want to concentrate on. That's why I ain't worried about putting a binder and stuff on there, because this is the side that I'm worried about. Going in with some yellow mustard. I know you're not going to taste the mustardy taste, okay? Take this and rub this in. I'll slide my cutting board a little bit over. All right. You get that all over. Yes, I'm a hand washing fanatic. You go in there with your seasoned salt. You want to make sure you cover the whole thing, okay? Now, you don't pour on the salt, but you just try to make sure everything is covered. Going with all purpose. All you do, just keep building your flavors. Some more black pepper. And the black pepper really helps create that bark. Going in with some garlic powder. When I first moved to Florida, man, I was barbecuing damn near every day. I didn't care whether it was raining, because every day in the summer, it rains every day in the afternoon. So I would try to get my barbecue done, as early as possible, even if I had to put it into the garage. That was onion powder. What I'm gonna do is just let this sit here and set up. And what I'm gonna do, these little pieces, I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna sprinkle this Texas rub on it. It really tastes good. The salt content is balanced, but unfortunately, because of my wife, she have a very sensitive palate. I can't put this on the ribs. I'm not gonna go in with any of the seasoned salt, but I'm gonna just go ahead and add some. What's this? Complete seasoning, okay? You can tell by the greens. Some onion powder. And then some garlic powder. With the flavor of that thing, I really didn't have to do all this, but why not add extra flavor? Extra flavor never killed anybody. Now I'm gonna just stick this in the corner. I'm gonna wrap this up and just let it sweat. I'm gonna let this sit in the refrigerator for maybe a couple, 2 hours and let it sweat and soak in all of that flavor. All right, before I wrap it up and put it away, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of ginger powder. Ginger helps when you're cooking pork. It helps your stomach, your digestive tract, and it also adds more flavor. And that's what we ended off. And then we're gonna wrap that bad boy up and stick it in the refrigerator, and then we're gonna pick it up from there. It's about that time, y'all. See what it looks like. I'm gonna put the thickest side towards the heat. All right, I'm about to close it down because I don't want the fire to flame up. But indirect cooking, basically the meat is over here and the fire is right here. Let the temperature come back up. Run this probably about 250, 275. I normally run it about 225, but it's gonna rain today and I don't want to take no chances at all. It's up at 250. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get it to at least leave it at 225. Well, 275, 250. I normally, like I said, run at least 225 for a few hours. You don't see no whole bunch of smoke towering out of here. All you want to see just a light smoke. To the point where it basically looks like there's no smoke coming out at all. You gotta pay attention to your grill. She'll talk to you. She'll let you know. Just closing these dampers down a little more. I want to set it and more or less forget it. Don't come back to it for at least another hour. I'm gonna probably pop in and check and make sure the temperature doesn't spike. But it's climbing. It's about 275 right now and heading up. It's windy, so that's another factor. I think that should be fine. You got to learn your grill or your smoker and know what she's capable of and her temperaments. Same way you take time to learn your wife or your better half, you got to take time to learn your grill. She's still climbing. It's windy out here. You can't close it too much, otherwise you just really and truly won't have any heat. But it's windy. I think that's where she's gonna settle down. Once she settles down, she's either gonna drop some or she's gonna maintain the temperature. I'm not gonna mess with this for about the first hour and a half, and then I'll come back and hit it with some spritz. I use apple juice. Some people use vinegar and water. She look like she's staying steady. It's gonna drop because really and truly all the vents are damn near almost closed. So it look like she's starting to drop slowly. But I'll come back and check that in a minute. You're simply just watching your temps, and really and truly you're not adjusting too much. She dropped back down a little bit, but she's sitting in the area where I want her to be. And it's not about keep opening the bad boy, because if you keep opening it, you're gonna lose heat. When you just adjust millimeters or centimeters, not inches. Just barely touch it. A little bit goes a long way. It might look like I'm just standing here doing nothing, but I'm actually, the heat is radiating off of the grill and it's hitting me along with I'm looking at the temperature. So I know where she's at by basically, even physical touch. You know what your grill is about. But the heat that's coming off, it corresponds with the temperature that's here. You do it long enough, basically you get to know what you're doing. I've been doing this since I've been a teenager. She look like she's gonna sit steady. They come back and check her in 10 minutes and call it good. All right, we're back. She's been going for about an hour. More or less maintaining the temperature. I feel it drizzling. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and take this bad boy because I want a little more heat get to it. Because I'm gonna wind up wrapping it anyway. And as you notice, my little snacks, they coming along. Well, that's a whole meal right there. Cause this is some orange juice that I had freshly squeezed. So spray this bad boy. Spray down real good. And I'm gonna close it down and let it continue to go. Give you a close up. That's pretty. And what's gonna happen with this, the heat more is coming up top, so it's gonna cause that to cook a little quicker. I don't want it cooked too quick, but because of the rain, I'm gonna break one of my rules and have it cook a little faster. So I'm gonna close this down to keep from losing a lot of heat. Come back and check it in another hour or so. I went in with a few more coals, and you see my snack is basically ready. And I did some baked beans and some corn. Okay, I'm gonna close it down and let it get up to temperature. I also spritz it. Okay. Dang, we got a thunderstorm. I'm gonna run out here real quick. I'm gonna sprit this bad boy. Don't want my phone to get wet. I'm gonna spritz it. I'm not even have time to spritz it. I'm gonna just pour some on it and close it back. Take my snack. It's raining. Trying not to get my camera, my phone, or my equipment wet. Go ahead, open these vents a little bit so they can get some heat. Woo! It's hot. Ay, ay, ay. I got a little wet, y'all. Trying to open the vents so that it can get some air in there, because with the rain coming down, it's gonna hit on the top of the grill and it's gonna cool it down. So I open the vent so that when the wind still blow, it still, keeps the coals nice and hot. Okay. The next time you guys see me, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and take the ribs, put them in a container with some apple juice or so, cover it over, aluminum container, and I'm gonna let it sweat for another hour so that it could get nice and tender. They haven't begun to pull back yet. The little pieces that I cut off, they actually was pretty tender. This one piece, the last piece that I got, ain't that tender, but I'm gonna give it another hour, and then I'm gonna wrap it by putting it in the pan and let it steam for about an hour. Check me back in a little bit. I added a few more coals to it. It's been raining and it's kind of slowing down. But what I did, the temperature was real low. So I went in with some more coals, and then I put a mixture of apple juice and orange juice into the container, aluminum container, and I'm about to wrap it up. Quick and easy. I rearranged everything on the grill. You can see that fresh coals. I hate to do it this way, but it's raining and there's no way for me to use that bad boy, to get the coals nice and hot. So this way, I really don't like to do it this way, but hey, it is what it is. You have to improvise when you have no other choice. All right, I got some potatoes I boiled. What I did was just boil them in salt water with some garlic. And all I'm gonna do is just take them and just press them. Nothing fancy. Just make sure you give them enough space. You're not completely crushing them, you're just pressing them. I'm gonna wash this off, and then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of butter. All we doing is just making it nicer. And that's it. What you can do is take some butter and garlic, but being as I already boiled it in garlic water, I'm not going to do anything else to it. I'm gonna throw this in the microwave. And just let it go until it's melted. All right, we got the butter melted. I'm gonna just take some, drizzle it over the potatoes. Add some cheddar cheese. This wasn't one of the things I was planning to make, so it is what it is. Parmesan cheese. I have a little bit more Parmesan cheese. With this, you can go on with anything that you want. Sprinkle some more Parmesan on the ones that didn't get any. That's more than enough. I'm gonna pop that in the oven. I have it set at 380. So I'm gonna pop that in the oven. And that's about it. All right, we outside. This other stuff can come off. But what I'm gonna do now, open this up. Bring it closer to me. Check this. Oh, that's nice. Take the cover off of this and just let it kind of cook down and thicken up. That is my baked beans. It's a little hot. Oh yeah. The bones has pulled back. Get it a little closer. The bones has pulled back. And I might think it's probably a little soft, but I'm gonna work with it right now. Take this, I'm gonna flip this over. Pretty girl. Remember I was telling you about the membrane? You ain't gotta worry about, you just score it. Once you score that, it's gonna peel back. And it makes life so much easier. I'm going out with some barbecue sauce. You can use any barbecue sauce that you want. Not sponsored, so like I said, you choose whatever you want. And even if I was sponsored, if it wasn't to my liking, I'm not going to tell you to buy it anyway. Slide that back. I'm going to take this bad boy up. Whew, hot. I'm gonna flip it down. Then I go on with some on this side. You just want that to tack up. Get this on real quick and close it down before the fats cause a fire. I don't want my rib burnt. All right, let's see the flame starting. So let's get this closed up. That's the corn. Saucy bossy. Just let that continue to cook. It's going to tighten up, and we'll be back. A few minutes later, and she's nicely tucked up. Could go a little longer, but I don't want it to burn. Take this, and I'm gonna drop that down low, right over the flame. I'll be back out in a couple of minutes. And that's my corn. I'm gonna go ahead and stir these beans up. You got onions, peppers, a little bit of garlic, some complete seasoning, onion powder, garlic powder. Just let this cook down. Get rid of some of this moisture. And I also put some brown sugar. Now these are the baked beans straight out of the can, but I always modify my stuff. You got to make it taste better. This is what the potato looks like. Corn, the potatoes. Hey guys, we have made it to the end of another video. This is as far as I'm gonna let it go down. I can guarantee you this is nice and delicious. Took a little taste earlier. You got all your peppers and your onions, your garlic, and everything in there. You see where the mark is to where it is right now. So it has reduced some. Normally I'll let it go down a little bit, but then, you know, you don't want it too dry. Okay, what I'm gonna do is close this down and get ready to take this on the inside. All right guys, thank you for coming back for another video. I appreciate you guys for sticking and staying with us. Um, for all you guys that subscribed, and even you guys that haven't subscribed but watch the videos, I really appreciate you guys. Um, tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the video, like, leave a comment down below. Tell us how we're doing. Really appreciate every feedback, you know, and we try to do better every time. Appreciate you guys. Stick and stay. Um, until the next video, love you. That's the last close up. Isn't she beautiful? Nice.